have to go back in here again. Everyone still struggles to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Speak with the locals. What could such a wonder cost? I wonder. Normally I part with 3 bottles for the general price of 19,800 gil, but you am willing to go as low as 10,000. Stenia, you're the one that was with the spear-touting fellow. The world may no longer be on fire, but we're still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sisters, spare me, we might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have any coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scrap on the street. They're gonna get stimulus use over in this city. How fair is the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more, but now that the danger has passed, certainly. But no small number of merchants sell their ship to make ends meet in the short term. And to the sailors we lost during the final days, it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If him and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he would have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done, God rest his souls. And we've spoken to key local figures and gained an understanding of the populace hardship. Parashan waits for you to report at the... however you pronounce that. My advisor's return, I just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of a time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least, and there are few places I can enter comfortably without risking of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources are stretched to the limit where the refugees are pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance. From what I understand, they've always been an independent community of hunters and foragers, and the like. I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having sold just a full wagon of giant's gall to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so that we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn? I see, without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch, which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors. As I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace, his father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over again. So many lives lost. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves overcome, but we will not, so does Justinian. I will consider the perspectives you brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance while I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. With I fear what happened to his other eye. Oh, his eye is the, okay.
The children who were left without family to care for them.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our
Are you gonna adopt them all?
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge and venture. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Me? I have to decide the children's fate. Levy them on trade profits and exchange. I mean, I guess taxes. Taxes seem like the smartest option.
We create to allow source of revenue.
Yes, I'm very smart, aren't I?
Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive vows and dollars treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of the orphanage. Such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
You know, I am extremely good at politics. I've already solved a financial crisis and an orphan crisis. Ooh. The Elephant Man?
I believe I see thy reasoning. Khazar should be remembered not as the blasphemy which terrorized their land, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
No objections.
Any one of us may be taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hate. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him. Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. The Rabbis. Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Did we lock up that peddler?
This initiative shall be known as the Khazar Foundation. Indeed, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
In squalor. Round up the children, stuff them in the orphanage.
See to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter tomorrow.
I've solved a financial crisis and an orphan crisis. I am great. Thank you for putting forth Kyle's name. Those whose lives he's enriched would take comfort seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Yashtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Yashtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. My clerks have been well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Awahan assumed office. They understand what needs to be done. I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish, allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Estinian working with the dragons has become so natural now. Oh, it's in here somewhere. The Crucible. Oh my gosh. What? I didn't have all the teleports? Wait, what? Wait, impossible. Impossible. What? Oh, wait, okay, so... I thought I got all of them. I guess I never had them. Since Endwalker? Damn. It's not good. I guess there was no reason to come on this side of the map. Smack. Alright, let me get it. Though it doesn't give me anything else. Like exits to the city at least. Stola. Tell me. No, did you figure it out? Oh my gosh. Yes, we are.
Discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vitris alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why you sent for us? Learned all the value.
Ooh, he said, you got anything useful to say? Oh.
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rim which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magic tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
Okay.
In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
What of the many voices found in the source? Who guides them? How?
An
Yes.
excellent question.
Because that is a reflection as well.
Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Oh no. Wrong button.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Okay. Can harvest it from materials then. Oh wait,
Once
no.
at this destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy is brewed in a suitable vessel.
I see now.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in, fishing with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth
Let's just poke a hole in every one of them. Let's do it.
How do you intend to get your answers?
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps, but what some call danger.
Never mind the means to expand the evil. Could you force the portal wide enough? You would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
Are you weak?
I assure you I was most attentive, and I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness,
Humbled. He's
I imagine my chances would be much improved.
humbled, she says.
I had a feeling you might say that.
No, don't hit me. Does she remember?
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
Oh.
As much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Dawntrail's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours anything you choose to name, provided it does not endanger me.
Okay, the dogs are freaking out. I had to check. But I said I'll grant you and yours a boon to choose. You choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word. We will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Rad's harm, assuming we manage to expand in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymere was overseeing the project.
That was Daymere. Let's hope they keep good records.
Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fission. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made voice.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymere submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Yikes.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Old Charlene? Oh, never mind.
I shall. See myself being in business. Go on ahead. Still need to find Mirage and talk about the Calzal Foundation.
Fair enough.
Let us be on our way as well.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Dwight sits idly by.
We got this, man. We got this. You're good. Stole, why was it so much money to come here, man? First, however, we need to enlist the cooperation of a member of the Brooch in the matter on our behalf. Who do you think would be inclined to help us? No one springs to mind. Montake, he did come to Graz's defense. Okay. Still is now accompanying you. Stola. Run, run, run. This is so far away. Oh wait, I could have just teleported there. Why did I run? I ran this entire way for nothing. Just to stroll with Ishtola. I apprenticed to Master Mitoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never even had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Is everybody from here? Soon after Master Luso, I took him took him off the streets, he was put into the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what life might have been like if I pursued studies here instead. Yeah, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about far from bright, airy halls that academia can get, but it was wondrous and magical childhood nonetheless. It's nice. Yes, you're the one. Defended us. Visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholar Ark, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh ho, no furtive forays into the shacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety, yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what compels you to disturb the vault of forbidden wisdom? We need that classified material. Fascinating. I had no idea such technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Demir has lain dormant in Charlene's archive for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is in fact precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I've journeyed to the end of existence. I've heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet, I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two, if a grand revelation wasn't the promised reward? Haha, marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and wherefores, I for one do not believe you'd use this knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. And it's going to get shot down, like everything. Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Master Fortuno. He can hardly ignore earnest requests from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there's no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would help tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we'll pay a visit to Livier Estate and plead our case. One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Scholark. We'll be sure to pass by any revelations. Are you still accompanying me? No? Jumping on your tables, I don't give a... Oh wait, no, she is following us still. De Livier Estate. I forgot they're rich kids. Or they come from a really, really nice home. Where is the master of the house? Where's Levier? Mistress Yestola, how may I be of service? We've come to speak to Master Fortunato. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I will inform him he is guest. You don't have to come outside. Well, Emily would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter important to discuss? Then pray proceed, you have my full attention. Rejected. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Oh, did we? We express much the same sentiment. I assure you we will not attempt to circumvent the form's authority again, unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for a good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and friend, a selfless seer who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over people yet healing from the flames of the final days. Loyal to his duties while betraying the longing in his heart. 'Tis no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research trying to prevent it, surely you can appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first could constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. We didn't tell you. Well, the world was ending, so do not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. Oh yeah, we ain't allowed on the floor no more. We'll be bursting in. And doing whatever we want. Oh. Where do you want to speak to me, Stola? In here? No, right here. Good news? So what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlie and then salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companions. Oh, so... That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry into the archives of the least we could do in your... Okay. This is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Why would you tell us a negative verse? Yes, well, I am sure you are aware this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and I bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising, eh? But stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one but two exoduses. That went well. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes. Now I can simply walk through the doors. Our focus will be on finding House Tomia's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Jeez. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume? You presume correctly. Then you'll want to speak to the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. It's my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? And I'm gaining access to the Warrior of Light. Gets what he wants. The Studium. Oh, pudding away. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined makes this, but yams away from where you found me napping. If I had known of Zelda exploits sooner, we could have saved myself in days of research. Even as a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction, to achieve the impossible, one must needs to be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I'd already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Index page. This is the restricted section. Archon Stola and guests identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Yeah. Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Stola is so happy. Forbidden! Whoa, what is this piano theme right now? Okay. I'm afraid she's soaking in every piece of forbidden everything that's in here. We're gonna be in here for days, for years. So many books I've yet to read. Yes, we're here for one specific volume. You needn't remind me. Alright, let's see. Today in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling, like a candle's flame threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even a proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. Untitled Goldsmith Journal. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you're seeking. No, I want to read more. Can I continue? No. It sounded like such a beautiful story. A weighty tome. Primal disquisitions. In the year 1564 of the 6th astral era, the Amalaja summon Ifrit, their patron god, accounts described it being a gigantic lizard-like being with a potent command of fire aspect magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it's unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deformation entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from ether, one who believes in such almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence, some other embodiment of divine sagesy? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world, with no spell to transport me back to the days of old. Could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? Though your mind spins with possibilities discussed therein, this does not seem to be the volume you're seeking. Okay, got the leather bound. Maybe this is the one. 3rd time's the charm. Following pages detailed advanced method of manipulating rift spamming departures. Has divided by the knife house. Oh, this is it. Present these research notes to the facility of Shali and is both a token of our friendship and esteemed our boundless admiration. You appear to have located this. Okay. This is the volume we need. Istola. Here. Hey, something you'd like to show me? My apologies, I flipped open a single book and I was completely absorbed in the contents. Yeah, shit. Well done, I think you might have found our prize. It's a cool book.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damier's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about. Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atoms, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Oh, those are like the guide.
From its distended form, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atoms.
Okay, okay. Tell me more. Tell me more.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void send, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the seventh Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
I have not. Oh, I guess I have. Yeah, sure.
How's they begun to build a mob atoms of their very own? I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
Does it say how, though?
No easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
And now we lose access to the library forever. No, she wants to stay here.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves.
Just stay, Stola. Just stay.
But that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
It's not like they would ever know. He's like, get the hell out.
Odessa. You streaming? You streaming?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I had to
Wait, I'm like done and like, I'm just finishing this mission. So like, give me like 40 seconds. Fortunately, no Hanas might be delighted to involve herself in our House of Demir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone can help, it is Nada. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her great work. Okay. Thavnir. I need to season some chicken or steak. What is this? Yes. Yeah. So it tells me you're pursuing a most fascinating study and that you want me to be a part of it. Oh yeah, you helped us save the world, so why not? I have no doubt you'll be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters, this is the mark of the House of Demir. I never knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives, after all. Damn, you're still as bragging now. It was. That means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hand. I can hardly wait to read it. To think, the Daimyo were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work on a Daimyo project that has been, that had even the redoubtable Scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the great work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouthed simulacrum once we've built it? There's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating the rift-span's apertures. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. Components you require, you Stola. Charlian markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally-infused water. For such liquid, you need to go no further than Fount of Maya. The aesthetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to live in the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill the flask at the pool, I'll petition Vitra to join us, and the idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We'll meet back here anon. Okay, so I am sent to fetch a pail of water for Stola. But that is fine, it is fine, it is fine. I do not want to do fetch quests for many, but for your Stola, I will. Who you are, who you is, hey. I require a pail of water. The monkeys. Let's get the water. Do you see this? Even on the brink of dehydration, none would drink this water. none would drink this water. Can you go, can you dive in? I forgot. Maybe you can. I forget. I don't know. I thought I died. No, I think I saved somebody from the... Okay, now let's deliver the astral aspected water to Stola. And then, how much we're at? 116. Time is it? Is 7? Why do I feel so sleepy? What? Is it because I need to cook? Probably. Need to cook food. Cook food and go to the gym. Stinian, welcome. Oh, and Ritra, you're here again. Stola. You have that flask? Yes, I do. It's right here. I didn't drink any, I swear. I do not waste water in the desert. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Odessa. Okay, so let's do... I don't need any of this. Let's do piety, I guess. I am in a sanctuary. Stola is eager to depart for the vault. That will be next time on Dragon Ball Z. For anybody there, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, follow if you're on Twitch. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.